So you want to capitalize on your book of business. Well, you may have seen a video or two from Brock Partners about cross-selling. We are the cross-selling agency. That is what we're really known for in this Medicare industry, is being the best at cross-selling health ancillary products. And I've done videos, you can go find those on our YouTube page at Brock Partners about these cross-selling opportunities and what products we like to cross-sell. What I'm going to show you in this video is the illustrations that we use for our LOAs in our internal sales team here at the office to gather and to acquire that 90% cross-sell rate that we have. We take brand new agents and they're cross-selling with Medicare in a matter of a week or two, better than anybody in the industry. And so I'm going to go over the illustrations that we teach those agents with you right now in this video. So you want to cross-sell, right? We're talking about products, we're talking about carriers, we've had those conversations. What illustrations are we using when having a conversation with a customer that we're talking about Medicare with? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. And I also want to talk about the things that you're not doing that we are doing. What are the differences? And the illustration is a big part of it, but there's more to it than just that. And so I'm going to go over the illustrations, and I know that's the information you want to get to. But before we get there, I want to write down some things that we're doing differently that most agencies aren't doing, that most salespeople in the Medicare industry are not doing. What are we doing that they aren't? And number one is this: we are offering additional products every conversation. And so I'm going to put up here every time. Every time. We are offering an additional product every time we have a Medicare conversation. Every time, you name it, Medicare supplement rewrite, we're offering an additional product. T65s, we are capitalizing big time and offering additional products. When we're talking to MAPD swap, someone who's paying a $0 premium and we're swapping them to another $0 premium, we're still offering a cross-sell, an ancillary product every single conversation. Does that mean that we cross-sell every time? No, but we are doing very well at it because we're offering this every single time. And I want you to think about something for a moment. You may be thinking to yourself like, oh, okay, well, they offer every time. If I do it 50% of the time, then I'm going to close half the time. No, that's not how it works. Because we offer it every time, we are getting double the ask that you're getting. So we're getting double the response, but we're also getting double the practice. And so really, you're not just going to drop 50% by only offering it 50%. You're going to drop more like 75, 80% because you're not getting that practice every time. You have to do these pitches in order to get these pitches in place and really make it your own and capitalize on it. The second thing that we're doing that we do very, very well is we present packages. And I know you're thinking to yourself, oh yeah, I present packages. No, we present packages that work together. That work together. Let me explain what I mean here. Most agents are doing something incredibly weak, and that is they're writing a Medicare supplement or they're writing a Medicare Advantage plan, and then they say, oh, hey, Betty, would you like to have cancer coverage too? I can get you cancer coverage today. That's selling like a totally different thing. You went from being a health insurance Medicare agent to being a cancer salesman. That's not why this person's talking to you. They're talking to you because you're a Medicare expert. And so when we sell a cancer policy, we want to package together and explain why they work together. In other words, this cancer policy is a part of your package because Medicare has holes here. It has gaps here for cancer costs. That's why I'm putting this into your package. Hospital indemnity plans. A lot of agents, they'll go in and they'll offer a hospital coverage after the fact. No, this is a part of the package that we're creating you because you have gaps in your coverage we want to shield you from. And so we're building packages. We're building packages. That's the key word here. It's packages that work together. That being said, now we can get into our illustrations. What are we teaching here? What are we training on here that leads to so much success with our agents? Because again, our agents are hitting 90% cross-sell across the whole team. I have some agents on a daily basis that are doing 200% cross-sell attachment rate, meaning that they're getting 2 ancillary products for every Medicare sale. We're doing that here. You want to see the numbers? I'll show you the numbers. numbers. It's real. We are doing that here because we're doing the things that I'm talking about right now. We're asking every time, we're building packages that work together, and then we're training on these illustrations right here. So when I'm talking to a Medicare client, depending on what situation they're in, I have these two different illustrations that I can use, these two different illustrations that I love to use. The first one is called the preferred standard package illustration. So preferred standard illustration package, right? Or package illustration. So I have preferred and I have standard. Standard. I have preferred and I have standard. When I'm building a package for the customer, I'm going to present two options, never more than two. Never more than two. And I'm only going to present them one at a time. So if you're watching this video, I want you to guess real quick before I say it, which one am I presenting first? Well, if you answered standard, no. We're offering preferred first. Every time we're going to offer a preferred package. Now, what does this look like? Well, I've already had a conversation with Betty about her options with Medicare, and she's decided on her core plan. Well, I'm going to cross-sell something with that core plan by saying this, okay, Betty, we're going to get that in place for you. We'll get you set up that way. And so I'm going to now build you a package based off the conversation we've had. So let me break this down even further for you. I'm talking to the customer, and I'm not quite quoting them on their core plan. What I'm doing is I'm selling them on the idea of whether they want to go Medicare Advantage or Medicare Supplement. I'm selling them on that. And then I'm going to present a package, and that will be where my quote comes into play. And I'm going to say something like this, okay, so it sounds like Medicare Supplement's the way for you, but that's the direction you want to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build you a package for your quote here. And what I'm doing here, Betty, is I built out something called a preferred package. Now, for the agent, this is what you need to understand, is that the preferred package is going to be their core plan, so either MA, Medicare Advantage, or Med Supp, plus two ancillary products. That's going to be your preferred package, and I'm going to pitch that to them. That could be a Medicare supplement with dental, vision, hearing, and cancer, or it could be Medicare Advantage with a hospital indemnity and cancer, or it can be MAPD with cancer and heart attack and stroke, or Medicare supplement with heart attack and stroke and cancer, whatever it wants to be. It's two additional ancillary products built into that package. Now, I don't go in and quote the standard package yet. We don't do that quite yet. That's not where we're getting at. I'm going to have a conversation with them on this package and why it's great for them and why these ancillary products are going to pair well with their core policy. And you may be thinking to yourself, like, how do you even prove that, or how do you suggest that a Medicare supplement customer needs a cancer policy? Well, we'll do a whole nother video explaining which policies go well with this or go well with that. What you need to understand in this video is that we're always going to pitch two ancillary products here. And then I'm going to move forward, and if it sounds like Betty's interested in this, I'm not even going to present the standard package. If she's like, okay, this is great, I want to go this direction, then I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell this, and now I have a 200% cross-sell rate because I sold two additional policies with my core product. Then I have my standard package. Maybe Betty's not going for that. It's a little rich for her blood. Maybe she's not feeling that quote. Maybe she's not feeling all that coverage. I'll pitch her the standard package. That's going to be core plus one ancillary product. Notice how my standard package is not just the core plan by itself. That's not a package, that's a plan. I'm not pitching a plan right now. I've already pitched a plan. I've already sold them on the plan. I'm selling them on a package now. And so I'm going to peel back one of my products over here, whichever one you choose to peel back on, and I'm going to pitch that there, and then I'm going to move forward. And then ultimately, if she tells me no, or he tells me no on this 3 times, then I can sell the core. But I'm telling you right now, the proof's in the pudding. The numbers are there. When we pitch this, we're closing it. We're closing a lot of business. We're doing a lot of cross-sell numbers. You can too. We don't have special magic over here, Jordan's secret stuff. We're just asking, and we're pitching these things, and we're closing. Now I'm going to give you my favorite illustration. This is the one that I came up with my rookie year in the Medicare industry, and this one has been huge success for myself and a lot of our agents who use it. We train on this both internally and externally. It's called the house illustration. And what I do as an agent is I will draw this out for myself so that I stay on track when I'm presenting this to the customer. but I don't make them draw this out. It would be pretty complicated. I just kind of talk them through this. I say something like this, and really what I'm going to do for a moment is I'm just going to role play this for you. I'm giving you the premier stuff here. I'm going to let you see the pitch in action. So what I do is I say something like, all right, Betty, so it sounds like Medicare supplements the direction that you want to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build you a package, because that's what we do here, in order to fill in all the gaps of the things that you're not considering, of your Medicare coverage. And so what we're going to do is we're going to build you a house. We're going to build you a house, Betty. And this house is going to have several layers. Now, I don't know if you've ever built a house, Betty. I don't know if you've ever built a house before. I have. And I'll tell you, the first thing you need is a firm foundation. I bought a house one time, Betty. It didn't have a foundation in it. It cost me $30,000. So you got to make sure that you have a nice foundation. And the good news is your Medicare A and B is your foundation. That's your foundation, Betty. Now, we've already discussed the holes in Medicare's Part A and B. That's why we need something to walk on. We need a floor on top of your foundation. We got to have more than just a foundation. We have to have a floor to walk on. And so the floor here for you, Betty, is going to be your Medicare supplement plan. It's going to be your Medicare supplement plan, and it fills in those gaps the way that I described to you earlier. Well, Betty, that's not the last piece of our house. A house is not just a foundation and a floor. It has walls, too. And now those walls are going to be your prescription drug plan, Betty, because Medicare A&P does not come with drug coverage. We have to make sure that we have that put in place for you. We got to make sure that we have your drug coverage in place, and that will be the walls of your house. Well, then, Betty, the next piece we need is a ceiling. We need a ceiling, and the ceiling I'm going to put in place for you is a major gap in Medicare. That is dental, vision, hearing coverage. Medicare does not cover dental, vision, and hearing. Original Medicare doesn't cover dental, vision, hearing. And so we've got to put that ceiling in place to kind of complete the structure of your home here. That's going to be dental, vision, hearing. And then I do need one last piece. I need a roof to keep the storms out. And that's going to be a CHAS plan, Betty. That's going to be a CHAS plan, and that's going to work this way. It's going to cover you for blank, 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 and I describe how it's going to work. And some of the key points here that I'm bringing up is there's 20% coinsurance if they're on Medicare Advantage, which we're talking about the Supp house right now. I would talk about their $2,100 MOOP on their, or troop on their drug plan as a major reason why they should consider adding this to their house. And so then I pitch that whole thing together, just like that, very high overview. I don't go into the fine details. And then I quote this together. Supplement, let's call that 135. PDP, let's call that, sometimes these are low as 0, but we'll call it 35. And then the dental, vision, hearing for easy math, we'll call it 60. And then the cancer, we'll call that 35 for ease, just to make this easy math for us. So 5, 15. Doing the math for you in live time too. 1, 3, that's 4, 10, 13, 16. Perfect. $265 is what that's going to cost you, Betty. $265 a month for your full house. Now check this out. You're going to love this. I ended by saying this. Betty, for $265 a month, I'm getting your supplement, drug coverage, dental, vision, hearing, and critical illness protection against cancer, heart attack, and stroke. You can't beat that, Betty. That's a heck of a deal. And that's how we pitch that. And what's going to blow your mind is when you pitch it this way, you will, most of the time, at least close one of these products right here. We don't even count PDP as a cross-sell, by the way. That's in the video, but we don't even count that. So that 90% attachment rate I'm telling you about, it's not even in there. And I will, real quickly, to end the video here, I will go over how we do Medicare Advantage on the house too. Same concept, I will draw the same shape. But now, the foundation of the home, Betty, is going to be the Medicare Advantage plan. So your foundation is going to be your Medicare Advantage plan. Now, the good news is with your Medicare Advantage plan, Betty, this is our affordable option. So we're getting a couple pieces of our home knocked out of the way with just going this direction with the Medicare Advantage plan. What we're seeing is that you're automatically going to have drug coverage. So the walls of your house, they're in place. We don't have to go in and buy additional walls. They're already put in place. Your foundation and your walls, they're already in there. Also, your ceiling is included because you're getting dental, vision, and hearing. So I've got 3 of the 5 pieces of your home already built out. So all I have to do is build out these other 2 pieces. So what I'm going to do here, Betty, is because we're missing a floor and a roof from your home, I've got to get something called a hospital indemnity plan in your package. And then I'm going to get a cancer, heart attack, or stroke policy in place for the roof to keep the storms out, Betty. And so what I'm doing here, Betty, is I'm getting you the Medicare Advantage plan. So we have 3 of the 5 pieces of your home already laid out. I just need 2 more pieces here, Betty, to fill out your full house to get you that full coverage. And what I'm looking at is premium-wise, what this is going to cost you is right at, and we'll say $105 a month between the hip and the chest, just for the video. This is going to cost you $105 a month for this package, Betty. What that means is I'm getting you your primary, secondary, drug, dental, vision, hearing, and cancer protection, all for $105 a month. You can't beat that deal, and you can't beat that sales strategy. Get out there, cross-sell, use these techniques. They work if you use them. They don't work if you don't use them. Go out there, use them, make it happen, be the best partner you can be.